within North America, and what they lack in change of elevation, they make up in difficulty by the use of water and very firm greens.
It is a par 72 with a tough finishing stretch.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it, send it.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
He'll need to be strong with this. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
In the green side bunker, Frank, little bit of a problem. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, that's disappointing. You like to get out of the gates with a par.
Yeah, this is where a convenient memory would certainly help.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. -1, and really going. So just a formality here. Just a shade over par, +1. This would give him the par. Still playing even for the day after the par. Back to the action here at the second, and a par 3. Frank, it's 231 yards. What are we looking at?
Well, somehow, if you can hit it sky high, that's the best shot to hit in there. This green sometimes gets brick hard, and of course, it all slopes to the left.
So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Should be safely on deck. Slow snack, though.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. And does not feel like he deserves it.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. 1 under early in the round.
Even par currently.
Just like that, with a bogey, goes from level par to 1 over. So they'll tap in. So 2 over par for the round. Par 4 third here at Bay Hill. This is a hole where you do not want to miss left. 434 yards and plenty of water.
Don't look left, don't hit it left, don't play left, don't go left.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, these days golfers are training like high-level athletes from other sports. Rory McIlroy, for example, has been using a guy by the name of Steve McGregor, who happened to be the trainer for the New York Knicks of the NBA.
And part of his training now is high altitude. The majority of the medal holders, for example, in the Olympics, or medal winners in the Olympics, actually use high altitude training. You know, you can develop more red blood cells in a shorter period of time. But, you know, golf, we've had so many different types of training from the athlete side. But you go back to the old days of Henry Cotton beating an old tire. Vijay Singh picked up on that. Or even the rhythm of Sam Snead. He used to count in the rhythm. It was 1, 2, 3. It was 1 at the top of the swing, 2 at impact, and 3 at the follow-through. All those things are still very valid today.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, this is one of my favorite shots at Bay Hill, the second at number 3.
It's such a cool-looking hole,
It
Rich.
is.
That water, it just pops out there on the left side. It scares the living daylights out of you. But if you can hit an aggressive shot there, often that breeze is coming off the left, and just keep it in the middle of the green. Those ridges often kick that ball towards the hole.
About 120 yards to the hole. Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
You got away with one right there. Just missed that bunker.
Yeah, it looked like it was sand the whole way.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. Even par early on. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good score going, now at 2 under par. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. 4th hole is the first par 5 on the golf course, Frank.
Very scoreable. 2 bunkers down the left, the first of which takes 330 yards to get it past that.
Definite birdie hole, maybe even a chance for Eagle to really jumpstart the round. Frank, that swing looks lively and strong.
Oh, that had to fly 300. It's close to 310.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. So she's rolled into that first cut. It's not a perfect lie, but not bad either. And he steps up to take this shot from the fairway. It is the house that Arnold built, the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Arnold's summer home is actually in western Pennsylvania, Latrobe Country Club. That's where he grew up. He came to Central Florida in the 1970s and fell in love with this piece of ground. He bought it, and he's grown it ever since, and now it is host to one of the premier stops on the PGA Tour. Big, strong golf course. You have to really be a good ball striker and generally one of the longer hitters to be successful around here. That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the hole location from here. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. That was not a very good read right there. These putts keep the round together. Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And, good thing, too. He's actually putting well.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. So begins the climb back. Settles in over the putt. Drops it, and he's at even par. Frank, what's the play here off the tee? Is it driver, or do you play it safe with an iron?
A lot of the times that's predicated by the wind, Rich. If you've got a trailing breeze, driver is very much in play. Otherwise, just poke a little iron down the right side.
Headed for the bunker?
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker.
long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Good looking shot right here. This, the second shot here at the par 4. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus. Really. This is that awkward length.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, that's a tough break with that miss. Getting set now over the putt. Good effort and good par putt. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Still playing even for the day after the par. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
This the third shot from about 100 yards. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
How did that not go in?
Frankie had to make a run at that one.
Oh, yeah, good effort. Let's see if he can make birdie, but Oda put an eagle on the scorecard. What that would have meant to him.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
So with that, 1 over par. See if you can get this one to drop. Big birdie putt. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Well, you're breathing a sigh of relief. Your round wasn't sunk at the par 5/6, and now you come to this par 3. It's just a little under 200 yards.
Yeah, aiming at the middle of the green's not a bad thing here, Rich. You can always putt to the corners and have a birdie chance.
You take 3 and walk off this hole to the 8th?
Well, you could get a little greedy. You know, a tee shot in the middle of this green is not too bad. You'll still have a birdie putt.
Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count, and the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work. Every single shot adding to the score.
seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. Shouldn't be a problem here. Good stroke, just came up empty. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. In red figures at 1 under par. For birdie. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Nudge this one home, finish it up. So, 2 over par for the round. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit, because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. That was just a beautiful drive. And hit it solid and right in the middle.
Oh, he's winding this one up. Doesn't have the power though. Huge with a capital H.
Moved it a long ways. Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball. That, Frank, is position A.
Wouldn't you like to have that in your bag every day?
Love it. Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot.
This is not heading in the right direction.
You know, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Second shot.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. And setting up here in the rough. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
21 feet from pay dirt. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round.
Well, we'll never know if that had gone in, because it never made it.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Not her best effort, walks away with a bogey. This would give him the par. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Oh, that's fine.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. A good 200 yards away from a good lie in the fairway.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank, that looked good to me. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one. It's no snack, though.
Ooh, good effort right there. Almost made it. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. Frank, just a surgical touch out there.
And the scorecard reflects yet another birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet. That's 1 under on the day. Clean this up with a tap. Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. Back here in Orlando, Florida at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Springtime in Florida can mean only one thing, Frank. Perfect golf weather. How do you get off to a perfect start on this backside?
Well, this is one of the few holes that actually shapes to the right. Most of the holes at Bay Hill are dogleg lefts. For the faint of heart, just sort of flick an iron down there, just sort of short of the bunkers. If you're feeling a little ambitious, just take it over that one on the right. Just a wedge in here.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Headed for the bunker? Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Yardage book says 140, second shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Setting up for an approach shot here. And getting ready for the putt. Missed putt and a drop shot here at the 10th.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
Opportunity missed right there. Just 5 feet left. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. This for him would be one drop shot. So with that, the score is now at even par. Just a little tap in here. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Now to the 11th with water left, bunkers on the right. Frank, what's the key here?
Well, too often people just look at the scorecard and they go, well, it's over 400 yards, I have to hit driver. You don't have to hit driver at 11. Something in the fairway, just short of that second bunker. And it sits up, 6 or a 7 iron. Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. And Frank, these winds have not at all subsided. Still a challenge.
Yeah, the same for everybody, and that's where you've just got to adjust your own mental par. Golf course was going to be difficult when you teed off. It's certainly no different now.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Frank, another good hole to par 4 11th. Looking at the second shot now.
Yeah, the second shot has a similar look to the second shot at the third hole at Bay Hill. Water all down the left-hand side. That has to be respected. And a green, really, where you've got to favour the right side, or at least right of middle.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good number, 140 yards. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
Getting set now over the putt. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par, currently.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Could use this. A putt for par. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, 574-yard par 5. Scoring opportunity here?
The breeze behind, once again, a reachable par 5. The hardest thing about this hole really is the green. It's raised up a little bit, slopes off on either side. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Oh, I love this. She is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball.
I'm loving that balance.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Nice position, short grass, second shot. So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, pitch shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
Frank, this does not look like the same golfer we were watching earlier in the day.
It's hard to imagine what happened. This would be one player you'd want to interview at the end of the day and say, where exactly was the turning point? Because it all went south.
Now his third, staring right at the green. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking he might get it close. And just a great shot.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Shouldn't be a problem here. Settles in over the putt. Just a couple of feet. Six over for the day. Clean this up with a tap. Well, too bad. He gives one back. At the par 4 13th now, Frank, what's the key here?
Really avoid those three bunkers, Rich. You don't want a fairway bunker shot over water for your second shot. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it.
Lucky devil. That was going in the bunker all the way.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
About 99 yards to the hole. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But the beauty of golf, we can go out in the golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. 1 over for the day. She has this attempt for par. That's a solid par putt. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. Frank, one of the things I like about Bay Hills, it requires you to hit clean, strong golf shots, and here's another case at the par 3 14th. It's more than 200 yards.
Another one, really, you've just got to play it through the air. You can't play this like an Open Championship run-up par 3. Must fly it onto the green.
What a shot. I mean, almost in. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Frank, you know this game can just take the wind out of your sails. Tough sport.
Everybody would love to drive it down the middle of the fairway, knock it at 10 feet and make the putt. We know it's not always going to happen, but play to your strengths. You might be chipping well. You might knock the odd 30-footer in. You don't have to play perfectly to make a good score.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club. Will make birdie if this drops. Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. So just a formality here. 7 over for the day. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole. if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side. Ah, nice.
Looks good.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Now the approach shot, par 4, 15th hole. Frank, break it down.
Green narrows up the further back you go, so the most generous place to land the ball is in the front half of this green. It's also the flattest section of the green.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Should be safely on deck.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
$17-foot putt here. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Getting set now over the putt. Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for Holy Cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. So with that, the score is now at even par. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Back on the tee here at the 16th. Frank, lay it out for us. What's ahead on this hole?
Well, even though there's two bunkers, one on the left and one on the right, it's the shortest of the four par fives. You can almost take those out of play and have just a mid-iron in here. But we all know what's coming up.
Good contact, good result. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Oh, if this is up, it's good.
Hold on here a second. She is winding up for a big one. She wants to smash this as far as she can hit it. Second from an excellent lie. Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
So the previous shot into the drink, this now the fourth shot. Get down, look out.
It's over. The green.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. That was not a very good read right there. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. 8-foot putt here. Knocking down all the shots today, now 13 under. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Could really use this one. It's for birdie. takes him to 1 under on the day. Frank, par 3 17th here at Bay Hill. How difficult is this hole?
This one takes your best tee shot, Rich. Otherwise, you're just looking at 4 or 5.
This could be a good one. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. And about 210 yards to the flagstick here on this par 3.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it.
Lucky devil. That was going in the bunker all the way.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
And getting ready for the putt. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. And he makes it for par. She has this attempt for par. Been a rocky round. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 2008, Frank. Tiger made that 25-foot putt right here at the 18th. Final round to beat Bart Bryant by a shot. Then again, for a second straight year, he birdied this hole to defeat Sean O'Hare.
Yeah, he's had a similar putt there at least 3 or 4 times, actually, to win the event. And he's been one of the few players to read it correctly.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards.
That's fine.
Frank, can you recall a situation where before an important round, an instructor gave you one small tweak, maybe flare your left toe out, or just shift a little bit of the weight onto the back foot, where the instructor gave you that one small bit of advice and it made a huge difference?
Yeah, The list is too long, Rich, and it's normally just someone that you've trusted over the years. And we all make just little bad habits. Sometimes you're stooped over a little bit more than normal. You're not standing tall enough. The ball is too far back in your stance or too far forward. You're making a funny little move, or your grip is different. It's always the little things that add up to the big problem.
Frank, I just love this second shot here at 18. We've seen it so many times. We've seen some great moments, and we've seen some very unfortunate ones as well.
It scares the living daylights out of even the best players.
Might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the fourth shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That will be a great look at birdie. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Flagstick 125 yards away. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Thank goodness, Frank. Back on dry land here.
As long as this one avoids it.
This is the sixth shot after that previous shot went into the water. About 120 yards to the hole. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot.
Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So a tester from 4 feet. So a good performance today, 71. Will make birdie if he holds this putt. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, I have to say, I've been impressed by the level of golf today. Really came out here with a solid game plan and executed.
And consequently, a very solid round. Continuing with that kind of play can certainly put you in the winner's seat.